My name is Nyree. I'm running an adoption support channel and I've got 2 adopted boys. Today we're going to talk about nightmares, and there was a period of time when one of my sons was going through therapy and the nightmares became worse because I guess it was triggering past memories and coming out at night time. The thing that happens with nightmares is that the child doesn't know when they're going to happen and anything can really bring it on. And what we found with our boys, because they were highly neglected and they were very abused, that we had to be really, really careful about what we were exposing them to during the day, especially near to bedtime. Didn't make it worse for them. And so we've been really strict on what they watch on the telly, much stricter than a lot of parents would be. So we don't let them watch anything that's not age appropriate for starters. My youngest son keeps on asking me if he can watch Titanic. He's 10 years old. And I keep saying no, because I know what that film's like, and I just don't think that he will be able to tolerate it. But equally, there are Disney films, to be honest, that are quite frightening. And I find that when there is a sinister character in there, which in a lot of Disney films there are, they can't tolerate it. My mum let them watch Chitty Chitty Bang Bang not long ago. They're 10 and 11 and they didn't sleep well because of the child catcher. I think I can understand that, though. He's pretty scary. But you get my gist, really. I think there's a lot of pressure from peers that they should watch certain things, and then they put me under pressure. But I just know that it will bring on the nightmares if there's a kind of abusive character in there. Now, when I was going through therapy with one of my sons, one of the suggestions from the therapist was actually to co-sleep with him. Now, I didn't feel that I could do that with him because he was already 8, 9. And to be honest, I'm not a brilliant sleeper myself, so I didn't feel that I could co-sleep with him. But you may feel that if the child is not as old as that and you've got room in your bed, that when you first adopt, it might be worth co-sleeping. I know people who have done that, and it has been successful in helping them to overcome their night terrors. You're going to have to do it until they're ready to go in their own bed, and you're going to have to do it until they stop having those night terrors. So it's something to consider. If you think it's going to disrupt your own sleep in a way that you can't then cope during the day for work or in general, then don't do it. But if you think you could co-sleep, I do think that having the child close to you will probably help you to get past the night terrors quicker. Not altogether, but quicker. The other thing to do is obviously to encourage them to come and get you. This particular son doesn't do that, but the other one definitely does. And so for years and years, I'll be honest, it's been my husband has got out to him in the middle of the night when he's had a night terror. We got to the point where we realised that he wasn't just getting us out for that, he was getting us out for, I need the loo, and he was old enough to go himself. But we were pretty consistent in responding to that need at night, and you would need to do the same. I think it's important when they have a night terror, if you've ever experienced nightmares yourself, you kind of need to wake up out of it, don't you? So that you realise you're not actually, you're not experiencing that. Wake them up, maybe give them a drink, and then sit with them for a while. Talk through what it is that they're experiencing. If you can, do it in the middle of the night, because we found the next day they don't want to go over it and they don't really want to tell you what it was about more often than not. But if you can get them to open up at night time, especially, or even the next day, you'll probably find they'll be saying to you, there was a monster coming for me, there was a witch coming for me, I could see a horrible face. And unfortunately, they are reliving some of their abuse. Now, we found after a while that actually it wasn't really that monsters were coming for our son. He actually was seeing his past history relived in his dreams, but it took him a while to admit to that. So you might find that you'll get lots of pictorial language, but then as the child begins to trust you, they will start to tell you more about what's happened to them. And of course, that's very traumatic and very sad for anyone who has to hear it. So that's when you need your support and somebody to support you. But in time, they will become less. And I think it's important to reassure the child that actually these night terrors won't go on forever, and they will become less. And I can honestly say that over the 8 years we've had the boys, they have become less. So I hope this video helps you. If it does, please take the time to subscribe, where you'll find all sorts of support there for you, whether you haven't adopted or you're going through it, or you already have adopted. And so look forward to seeing you on my channel.